In today's video, I'm going to share with you guys how I create digital products on my Shopify website in less than just a few hours. One of the things that I talk about all the time as a business owner is how having multiple streams of income is so important. I truly feel that one of the most beautiful things about being an entrepreneur is that there's endless opportunities and ways for us to grow and grow financially as well. And having multiple streams of income has been a really crucial way for me to not only grow my income, but also help me sell something and make a passive income even while I sleep. So I think it's a really, really powerful thing that you can do as an artist and a creative entrepreneur. And in today's video, I wanted to share with you guys how I'm able to do that really quickly. It doesn't take that much time or work. I feel like the longest part of the process is actually creating the product. And I say that it doesn't take a lot of time, but things such as contracts and templates and all that is typically learned over years and years and experience. But actually turning it into a template where you can sell is not that hard. So I'm going to show you guys how exactly I do that today. And one of the products that I've been really wanting to create and start to sell is graphics and icons and illustrations, because one of my favorite things to do for my clients is to draw fun illustrations and brand patterns that bring everything together and give them a unique way to show up online, on social media, on their website, and things like that. So I wanted to create some graphic icon packs with you. But real quick, I know I said I'm not going to waste your time. That's why I'm going to keep this short and sweet. But I am launching the Curated Collective Co. community next Wednesday, August 14th. And if you want to be the first to know about the founding member pricing, definitely go join the waitlist down below. I'm going to be emailing each and every one of you on the waitlist directly with that coupon and an entrance into the community. So definitely be sure to join that. I'm so excited about it. And that's one of the reasons I'm making this video today, is to show you guys a little bit of a behind the scenes tutorial of how I'm able to use Shopify, and also to give you a little sneak peek of the Curated Collective website, which is now live. So definitely go check that out as well. I'll have it linked down below. But basically, it's a resource center, a community center for graphic designers. And overall, the ultimate goal is to connect with you all and to have a place to go to chat and talk about doubts or feelings or questions or any of that. And within the community, there'll be tutorials just like this one that you're about to watch right now. So I'd love to have you guys in there, but let's jump into the video. Okay, so obviously the first thing to do when coming up with a digital online product to sell is to come up with the idea. So if you haven't written out ideas yet, I definitely recommend going and studying your audience. Now, the only reason that I'm able to really write out a lot of these ideas is because I've been kind of studying my audience and seeing what they like from me, maybe what they ask me questions on, and taking that and building it into a product that they can use on their own. So I have been writing out product ideas for the last 3 or 4 months. When they come to mind, I'll just add them into my notes here. So the ones that are checked are the ones that I've actually already created, but I wanted to show you guys how I actually create some brand icons to sell, because I'm really excited to sell these, and I'm really excited to take some of my drawings and put them into real life icons and vectorizing them so that people can use them in their business, on social media, whatever it is that they're creating. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I create those brand icons. I not only pick things that I want to do because that makes it more fun, but I also pick things that I know people will actually use and be useful to them. So there's a lot of things that are going to go into this. I need to come up with disclaimers and guidelines and rules to it, and maybe even adding on a tutorial on how to use the icons or whatever it is you're creating. That's something that I like to do so that when people who buy these products online, they know how to use them, because the worst thing would be that they download them and they are so confused and they feel like they just wasted their money. We want to make sure people love their purchase, they know how to use it, and it's exactly what they expected. So I'm thinking out of all of these product ideas, I'm kind of leaning towards European brand icons, because I've had a hard time finding this in my own business. I really love to do brand illustrations that just are a little bit vintagey European, I'm trying to think of a good example. I know the Portuguese Azteca, I think that's how you say it. I love that style. I have a tattoo on the back of my neck that kind of is almost similar to that. And that's almost the kind of vibe I'm going for with these icons, is to do it almost like a tattoo flash. If you've ever gotten a tattoo, you've probably seen that they have those flash sheets with a bunch of random icons on it or illustrations on it. That's kind of the vibe I'm going for with this. But the ultimate goal is that they can use these icons in their branding. So let's do brand icons European style, and I will show you guys on my iPad like how I brainstorm this, how I come up with these, and then we'll take them from my iPad after I finish drawing each one of them, and then we'll bring it into Illustrator, vectorize it, and put them into a package for people to purchase. This is my first time doing brand icons for a sale, so I'm really excited to test out how long this takes me and also take you guys with me. So now I think I want to search around on Pinterest a little bit. Let's say European, and actually it might even help to search like European style tattoos, because sometimes those will come up with great ideas. And this is kind of the Asueljo thing that I'm telling you guys about that I don't know how to say, but it kind of looks like that. So yeah, I love that. I think that's so pretty. Let's see. Fountain would be cute. Let's write that one down. And for some reason, lemons and the like coastal side of Italy, it just reminds me, lemons remind me of Italy. So let's write lemon branch, and I can even try, I actually really like this. I'm going to save this for my own Pinterest board, but I might even try writing European flash tattoos. Did I spell European wrong? European flash tattoos. Sometimes it'll come up with cool things. But yeah, I think if we build off those Italian kind of patterns, a statue, some food items, fountain, lemon branch. Let's see. And I'm wondering like how you can take like I have a cool idea. Maybe like a bike, or because like Amsterdam, Netherlands, they bike everywhere. So maybe like a cute bike, and then maybe like a doorway. Because I know when I traveled in Europe, anywhere in Europe, but mainly like Italy and Portugal, the doorways and the doors were just so beautiful. There was like flowers on them, vines on them. So I think that'd be pretty cool. So I'm gonna say doorway with vines. And I mean, I guess we gotta do pizza because Italy. And I'm just trying to cover all the European kind of vibes and aesthetics. So I think that's a good start. And honestly, if I think of things, I'll just add to it. But yeah, I think I like that. I think I like also the pillar or column / pillar, so I know what I'm talking about. But I think that's a good starting point. So I'll start with that, and then we're going to go draw on my iPad, and then we'll make it a product. Alright, so I decided to draw all these icons out using my iPad and the app called Procreate. This is the app I use all the time for my clients' branding illustrations. I love it, and I was also using the Studio Pen and just freehanding all of this. So it's taken me a long time to really perfect my illustrations and style of illustrations, because there is so many ways to go about it and like different ways to draw. So I really recommend just like practicing. The more you practice, the easier and better you get. So I really enjoy it. I think it's like therapeutic to draw, and also like I did have a lot of reference and inspiration from Pinterest, so that helped a lot. But I'm so excited to see this all coming to life. I definitely think it'd be really cute and really cool to use on like even like an Italian restaurant, or I don't know, like a coffee shop brand or something like that. But I'm just gonna continue drawing these out, and then we will bring them into Illustrator to vectorize them, because these technically are not vectorized graphics. These are just like PNG. I can export it like that. I believe you can export it as the PSD file and SVG, but I don't even think you can do SVG, but typically I will export these into my computer and image trace them, which I will show you guys in a minute. Okay, so as you can see, I am image tracing it. I usually always image trace it as a black and white logo, because most of the time my graphics that I draw in Procreate are in black and white, and then I can really focus on the details and making sure all the noise is there. I like to see all the little details, so I bring the noise down a lot just so we can see all those little details that I added. And then the threshold is typically what makes them a little thicker, so I ignore the color so I can kind of see like what it looks like with no background. And then we are going to basically place these each in their own artboard. That way we can make them in the inverted color and in their individual colors. I'm going to be selling these as black and white, which I'll share the information on the like file types later, but I want to get them all in their individual places. So that's what I'm working on. And then I will show you guys how to invert them. That part's a little bit tricky, but I'll definitely show you guys how I do it because I think it came out really cool. Okay, so to invert the icons, which I want to show you guys, typically what I do is I first merge everything together in the icons so that it's one single graphic. And then once it's all merged, then I will take the Pathfinder tool and play around with like either, you know, getting rid of the background so that the whole entire thing is filled in, or I will just manually, kind of like how I'm doing here, will manually delete those specific sections. But to get all those details, you really have to put the line art graphic on top of the filled in graphic and then, you know, just merge them together like that. So it takes a lot of playing around with the Pathfinder tool, but the Pathfinder tool is how I was able to invert them. So that's what I'm working on, is just like making all those details show in every single one of them, and then I'll export these all in white versions. So you can see here with the coffee cup, I duplicated it and then I'm deleting all those sections so that it's a filled in graphic. We're going to merge it together, and then I will bring those two on top of each other, and we will use the uniting layer, I believe it is, and then you'll see those details do show, but all these details need to be filled in or else they will not show when you bring them together. So that's what I'm working on. I'm excited to get these all inverted because then they can, like, clients or whoever buys these can use them on colored backgrounds and you can like tell what it is from far away. So I do think it's important to do, but I'm just like grouping that together because it's kind of creating that stencil outline and I don't want that. So I'm just making sure to remove that. And you'll see some of these graphics are tricky because they have like lines that are not connected. So if it's not a filled in graphic or icon, it's going to be trickier because you won't be able to like fill it in with the color. So I actually worked on merging a lot of the corners with those ones, but I mean the one you're looking at right now is perfectly fine. And then I'm just like erasing it manually to get those pillar lines in there, and yeah, I think that looks so cool. But you'll see me do that with like the patterns. I had to merge a lot of those corner pieces, and then same with the bike was a little bit trickier because there's so much detail in it. But as you can see here, those lines and edges in the corners have to be connected or else it won't work. So the inverted ones look slightly different because of this, but that's typically the only way that you're able to fill in those layers. So yeah, I hope that helps though, to see like how you use Pathfinder to invert them. I didn't really know that, honestly, because this is my first time making icons for sale and like inverting them like this. So I was excited to see that it's not that difficult. Just takes a little bit of practice. But yeah, I hope that's helpful. Okay, so now that we have all of the icons created, and I actually did put them into their colors, the black and white colors, I'm creating the product image. So this is what I'm going to be using to display it on the website as a digital product. So I think that this is a very important part of the process because it's almost like a YouTube thumbnail. Like if it doesn't look enticing from the very initial look at it, then it probably won't do very well. So I always try to make the product image look really nice and aesthetically pleasing. So I am just kind of working on that. I'm also going to show an option of the icons in the inverted option. So I'm just going to bring those over and we will of course add the brand logo and stuff, but I do think it's important to show what they're getting when they purchase. I know that like for this stuff it might feel weird to show them everything because you don't want people copying or anything, but trust me, people are not going to want to draw all these out themselves, like every single one that you're providing. They'll probably want to buy it for a couple that are specifically inside of the graphic pack. So I always had to kind of remind myself that too, that it's okay to show everything that you'll be providing and how you're providing it in the inverted options, because that takes time and people will pay to, you know, save some time. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this. That's the final step before I show you guys how to add it into Shopify. It's just to make these product images look good. And yeah, then I'll show you guys how to add a digital download within Shopify. Hey guys, so I finished drawing all the icons and I put them into a folder on my computer where I have exported the PNG files, the SVG files, the Illustrator file, and an EPS file, and also JPEG, but because some of the icons are white, they didn't export very well. So I think I'm just going to keep it as the PNG, SVG, and AI editable files, and then potentially add in a different file type later on, but I think those are most of the file types that people will need. So what I did, I know you can't see what I'm doing right now, but I added it into a folder on my computer, and I'm just going to zip that folder together. So all of those file types, I'm just going to make sure that they're all good in here, and I'm just going to delete the JPEG files for the white ones since those don't work. I don't want to confuse people. And I think I might even put them into individual folders for the different file types. So I'm just doing that real quick. And then sometimes when it comes to digital products, I like to include a example photo of how they can be used, or even like a little small tutorial that I screen record and show people how I use them. But I think that I will actually use that as a product image, just as an example of how to use them. So I'm not going to include that in this specific brand icon pack. If I feel like later on I want to add that, it's super easy to edit the digital product, which I will show you guys. But I think this is totally fine for now. So I'm going to compress it and zip it all together. And we are just going to title this Brand Icon European Collection. Okay, so now to add the digital product, we are going to go over to the Products tab, and we're going to say Add Product, and we're going to name this Brand Icon Pack. I might even just say Brand Icons European Collection, or what did I call it? I called it European Aesthetic, and I think I do like Brand Icon Pack European Aesthetic, and I will probably come up with the description later. Sometimes I use this to help me come up with it. So let's actually say brand icons let's generate it. I like that. That's perfect. And then let's add some new photos, which are the ones that I created on Illustrator, which I showed you guys. So let me go over here, digital products, and it's these two. So let's open those. And now I have to come up with a price. The price is kind of the tricky part because I want it to be like fair pricing, but also I'm not gonna lie to you guys, drawing these out took time and it took a lot of like effort. So I think I'm gonna price it around 35. That's kind of what my gut is telling me, like 29 or 35. So maybe, I feel like that's a good price. And I don't usually charge tax on these products, and I don't need to track quantity. And it's not a physical product, so always make sure to X out of that. And then we're gonna save it for now. And it already selected the category, which is perfect, but I'm gonna add a tag here we're gonna say brand icons. Save that. And then we're also gonna add it to a collection for, what should I call this collection? Like brand icons, I guess, or templates. I'll have to create a new collection for that, for these specific branding items. And then now comes the most important part, which is actually adding the digital product. So let's save this, and then we're going to go up here to more actions, and I added this app for digital products, which you can do in the App Store in Shopify. But I'm going to go add digital file, and it's so easy because all you have to do is go and get that zip file that you created and drag it in here, and it'll upload it. And so when they purchase, they'll get an automatic link to download this zip file. And you can check like your fulfillment type. You can automatically send the files, manually send them, unlimited downloads. I like to have unlimited downloads because I know for myself that sometimes I have to go back and re-download it. So then let's save it, and you can create the download link. So if anyone asks you, you can send the download link again. You can just copy the link and send it to them. So yeah, that is literally how you do it. It's super easy. And let's take a look at what it looks like in my store. I have not made this store live yet, but I'm so excited for you guys to view it. So let's go to shop, and there it is. That looks so cool. So I love that. That's perfect. And then for the description, I'm also going to explain all the file types that buyers get, which is PNG, SVG, Illustrator, and then also like the inverted logos so that they can use it on colored backgrounds like this. So I will definitely explain all of that. But one of the things that I want to work on in my shop is having like those categories or collections set up so that people can search like just brand icons or templates and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm so excited. That looks so cool. But I just want to show you guys how easy it is to add digital products, especially when you're using Shopify. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful for you to see how to turn an idea or a piece of art into a digital product. It's so fun to do, and I think that it's a great way to make passive income, like I mentioned in the beginning. So definitely look into doing this with something that you have, that it would be an interest of someone to buy or to use, or something that you use in your business that's so helpful for you, or honestly just something that excites you and that you feel your clients can potentially use as well. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd appreciate it so much if you gave it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below, and definitely go check out the Curated Collective website, learn a little bit more about the community that's launching next week, because I would love to have you guys in there. I feel like I want to connect with my YouTube subscribers way more, so this is the perfect way to do that, and it's going to be as low as $9 a month during the sale, so definitely be sure to keep your eyes out for that. But thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video.